Hi everyone, I'm Hallie. Welcome to Ledger and Lace. Today is part 3 of a 4-part series on what to do with empty printer ink cartridges and how to extract the dye or the ink that's left over in the empty cartridges. So today we're going to do alcohol sprays and alcohol ink sprays. Here's my crafty confession. I have never bought commercial alcohol sprays or the little dropper things. I haven't done the dropper thing anyway. But so that's a rabbit hole I never fell down. So I don't know in comparison how these would compare with others. So, do this at your own discretion. But okay, I'm going to show you some examples of how I've used them, and then I'll show you how to make them, and then we'll play around and do some. So, what are alcohol inks good for? Delicate things like, doilies. And I've also used those as stencils. Now, if you don't have doilies, this is a coffee filter, so you could do that. Or remember when we used to make snowflakes in school? You can make your own doilies that way. So there's that. It's also good for, here, let me move this out of the way. Also good if you want to make, this is just tracing paper. So again, sort of delicate. And then good for stenciling. So there's a peacock stencil, and I'll show you how you can do, a regular stencil, but then flip it over and do the negative of it. Here's another one that I did. And what's great also about that is that they bleed through to the other side. So it's like you get 2 for 1. So here's this one, but it's also on that side because it bled through. And then this is just a piece of lace. This is thicker paper too. And then this is another one. And then you can also do, like, this is just a little piece of muslin that I sprayed onto, so it works with that. Now, some other things it works with are, I did these feathers. I have another one. There. And then also it's good with polyester lace. This was a wide trim kind of thing, and I just sat and fussy cut out these little flowers, and then you can make them whatever color you want. It takes the dye a lot easier than like if you were to tea stain them. You can do that as well, but the colors are really vibrant. And those came from this. Okay, so there's that. Now let me show you what it doesn't work so well with. Okay, so this is a dryer sheet, which is fun to make flowers or rosettes or, whatever out of. If I kept doing it would take the color better, but what actually works better for this is part 4, which I'll show you tomorrow. So stay tuned. The other thing is that I have this sweet little plastic trim here with the hearts, and it does well with taking the ink on the thread, but not on full-on plastic. But what you can do with that is you can dye the thread part, and then what I did was I just took some nail polish and polished there so that it would match the color. So there's that. So, okay, let's get started on how to make the inks. All right, so at the Dollar Tree, and I don't know if they still have this because I did this 4 years ago, whenever I did my first Pride and Prejudice journal was when I started doing this. But they had these spray bottles, and what's great, here's a little tip about spray bottles. Get the kind that are that are meant to last. So like hairspray, this kind of spray. Sometimes with the travel spray bottles, it's like they crap out. So so this was really helpful. So all I did was I dumped this out into a container, and then I extracted the ink, put it in here, mixed it up, and then dumped it all back in. So I'll show you in a minute. But anyway, so I have, this is yellow, purple. Oh, well, I guess I could show you. Well, I'll, here, look. Yellow and purple. So if you mix purple and yellow, it turns brown. And then here's green, and here's magenta, and then here's blue. Okay, so today I think what we're gonna do, I started this, I don't know, years ago again, as a Jane Austen journal for Magnolia May. So it's going to be like bubblegum pink and magenta. And so I thought, oh, I'll play around with that. So I've been doing magenta, bright pink kind of embellishments and pages and stuff like that. So, but I'm getting low on the magenta. So let me show you how I'm going to do this. All right, here's my little syringy thing. Okay, and this is the alcohol I got. So this is a 50% isopropyl. This is 91%. I think this is the stuff you can light on fire. But anyway, so I'm just going to extract some and put it into my spongy bit here. And do another one. Now I'm not being too precious with with the color here, obviously. Otherwise I'd be a little bit more careful. But okay, so I'm just, now in the other two videos, what I was showing was, I was showing doing it with water, and you could certainly do that. Especially since I'm using 91%. But there you go. Now, you could also, and again, I don't think I have alcohol markers, but you could certainly, like, you know, do this, play around with this for alcohol markers as well. So that's looking pretty saturated. All right, let me close this up. Oh, I should also say this surface here is freezer paper, and it's the back of the freezer paper, which is the paper part. So for alcohol inks, I mean, unless you want to sop up and be sort of messy with the alcohol inks on paper and stuff, if you use the shiny side up, then it gets the alcohol spray on other sheets. I don't know if that's making sense, but anyway, so I turn it over, and then look how pretty, which I can use for something else, maybe. We'll see. Anyway, okay, so now I've got that in there, and I've got my magenta here. So I'm just going to do this and suck it up. Suck it up. That's something in our family of, like, you know, suck it up, bro. My nephew, when he was 5, wanted to go on a walk with my brother. And my brother's like, okay, but it's 2 miles, you know, so if you get tired, we're not turning back. And like halfway through, sure enough, there was Ro. I'm tired. And my brother was just all like, suck it up, bro. So then, like, a couple days later, I was babysitting, and he was getting whingy about something, and I said, Rowan, what does Uncle Daniel say? And he goes, suck it up. So we're sucking it up. And yet, once again, am I wearing gloves? No. No, I'm not. Okay, that's pretty good. So now I'm thinking, where's a wipe? Now I'm thinking, I can do like, I can do this, and then I could probably add some water, which I have some water here without a spout. So let's see how that works. Let's do this. We'll just add a little water. And I do have bigger syringes, but did I bring them? No, but I have toothpicks, which I probably won't use for this one, but oh well. Okay. I can't anticipate everything. All right. That's good enough, don't you think? I think. All right, so let's see. Just give it a little jiggle, and then we'll spritz. Ooh, look at that. Very nice. So, okay. Now, if I wanted to make it more magenta-y or, you know, deeper color, then I could just add more ink. So let me see. Is that, oh, but that is, you know, it's not as strong as that, but it's definitely, hello, I'm pink. So we'll just leave it at that. Okay. So now let us move these out of the way, and I've got these. This is that lace I was telling you about. That's the polyester flowers, and I can do a few of those. We don't need to do that many. Oh, but you know what? We could use it as a stencil. That's what I'll do. So let me move this out of the way. And, well, okay. Here we go. All right, so you can tell I've used this as a stencil, but look at the back. How cool is that? And I've used these as stencils as well. And this, here's an actual stencil. And so let's just use a piece of sheet music, shall we? And we'll do this. You know what? I don't want to do these yet. I want to show you how to do okay. So this is, you know, it's very rare that I use commercial stencils. I usually make my own. So this is the one I made for Pride and Prejudice, one of them. And you can tell that I've used it for alcohol sprays. Wait, what did I do with the magenta? Okay, so I'm going to do this and spritz and spray. There it is. Okay, so there's that. And then what you can do is flip it over and flippity flip. There you go, you get the reverse. And then if I did it a really good soaking, it's on the back. So it's a reverse of what's on the back. How cool is that? So there's that. We could also, if we wanted to, add a bit of lace to that. And now you can mix the colors, like if you want to do full-on purple, or you can just spritz and spray and, you know, get this sort of unicorn rainbow effect of, you can see where I use blue there and then pink, and then it blends into purple. So now again, this is very delicate, but what's great is the alcohol dries really fast, so unlike water, it's not going to disintegrate. So there's that. And then let's see, I think that's it. Really, that's it. That's the, you know, here, let me demonstrate some of these though. All right, so let's do green. There's green. So what's great is it's a peachy color. It's peach. And if you want a peach, that's great. Or you can do green. So it's really helpful for that. And I'm trying to think if I've missed anything else. I don't think so. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay, so tomorrow, well, not tomorrow, but in part 2, we'll come back and I'll show you the last technique of how we're doing this, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.